Chapter 54. Part 1. After spending hours at the restaurant just talking about random things and her talking about James, she brings me back home. I thank her for breakfast and head inside. I walk over to my couch and flop down when Sadie comes by me and lays down. For the next few hours, I watch TV, and halfway through watching the rerun of Friends, my mind is all over the place, and I'm so furious with myself for letting it be. I do not want to sit around the rest of the day staring at the television and have my mind wander and waste my time over a man. I get off the couch and start to clean the refrigerator and get rid of any food that has spoiled. Then I decide to put a load of laundry in the washing machine. Lord knows I am almost running out of clothes. I seriously need to get my wardrobe cleaned as well as my bed sheets. As I do my laundry, I fetch out my jeans and clean the pockets, except when I reach into the pocket, I notice the paper of Chris's soft and hard limits checklist. I unwrap the paper and examine it like it is a test I had to study for. My interest peaks and I don't know why, but I set the basket down and head to the living room where I grab my laptop out of my bag and did my own research for BDSM. After a couple of hours had passed of researching it on YouTube and finding books and other websites, I throw my computer back into my bag and go out. I chained my bike to a street sign and walked along the back alley toward Tamworth Street. This is stupid. What the heck am I even doing here? My curiosity has gotten the best of me and now I am standing right outside a BDSM club I found on the web. The internet did not do it for me, I had to see it in person. Are you insane? You've never been here. For all you know, these people could be psychos. My subconscious screams at me, but like the insane person I am, I place my hand on the large door handle and push the heavy metal door inward. A lady that looks to be in her early 30s with green eyes, short blonde hair to frame her square face, and her lips painted with shiny lip gloss. She's standing behind a wooden counter that looks to be separated from the entrance to the rest of the club. "Welcome to the Provocracy Dungeon," the lady says with a smile, her eyes looking at me. "Are you past 18? "Yes," I mutter as I show her my ID. "Are you here alone or with a partner?" She questions, tilting her head slightly, looking past me in case someone is beside me. My heart sinks. Perhaps I should have invited Chris, even though you're not communicating with him because you know what he is. My subconscious snarls and I know she's right. "Alone," I tell her. "That will be $25, please," the woman says as she waves her hand toward a flyer on the countertop that says the costs of entry for singles and couples. I grab the money out of my purse and hand it to her. Then suddenly I hear cries and squeals throughout the club. I turn my head to where the noises were coming from and my heart starts racing from the sounds. Maybe it was not a good idea to come after all, not knowing what I was getting myself into. "First time?" she asks. "Is it that obvious? You can always spot a first-timer." "Honey, there is no need to be afraid, those are just subs engaged in a scene. They consented to it. Everyone has agreed to be here. If you do not feel comfortable then you..." "And no, I'm fine," I say quickly. "As long as I'm here, it doesn't hurt to see what this lifestyle is about, right? And besides, I already gave her the money, and I do not think they will have a refund." She nods when she slides over a form. "What's this?" I ask as I eye the paper in front of me. "You have to fill out a consent form, sweetheart. Just read the rules and regulations and initial if you agree to the terms. You can sit at that table over there and read the form." She points to the wooden table by the corner almost to the entrance of the club but not fully inside. I grab the form and sit on a chair and began to read. 1. No penetration. 2. No body fluids. 3. If you are a sub, you say sir or mistress to a dom. 4. If you decide to engage in a scene, clean the equipment when you are done. 5. There is a time limit which is only 20 minutes when using the equipment, so use your time wisely. 6. Our safe words are red to stop and yellow to slow down, and green to keep going if you plan to be in a scene. 7. If a safe word red was used, a DM would go over to the scene to check on you or to stop the scene completely. 8. There is an aftercare area, however, you cannot stay in there long since we have many people every night that need it. 9. We are responsible for your safety, so if you feel the need to call a DM dungeon monitor, please do so. After I fully read the rules repeatedly, even though I am not going to be part of a scene tonight, I think it is always a good idea to read anything before signing. When I initial the consent waiver, I hand it to the woman. She takes the form, and then suddenly I hear the door open and several people enter, dressed in black leather from head to toe. I really do not know what I am getting into. I feel like I am already regretting this, especially coming here alone. Can I suggest something? Oh, okay, I mutter, and I feel a little nervous about what she is about to tell me. We actually have DOMs in our social room that you could talk to if you feel the need, or they can show you around. I can personally show you where the room is if you wish. Sure. Let me just get these people taken care of and then I'll show you the room. She smiles, and I step aside as the woman says their names and takes their money. Obviously, they knew each other since they didn't have to sign a waiver. Okay, follow me, she finally says. Intrigued and a little frightened, okay, a lot frightened, I could literally feel my hands sweating, I follow her into the club. As I walk behind the lady, I turned my head and saw a girl restrained against an X cross. I only knew what a cross was while searching it on the web, and notice a man using a riding crop to slap against her skin. My eyes shift to a tall standing cage where a man is in it. He's dressed in only leather shorts and a gag ball wrapped around his mouth. Oh Lord, what am I getting into? Some of them look intriguing, others look overwhelming. She lifts a red satin curtain to reveal a white door. She gestures for me to walk in and I oblige. We step into a broad room. It looks to be a huge sitting room with comfy red chairs and sofas placed in a conversational layout in the center. The whole room is red, even the walls are the color of blood red. My eyes move to people talking to one another, and the woman goes over to a man that looks to be in his 40s. She whispers something in his ear and points to me. I flush as they both stare at me. He gets off of the chair and comes next to me, saying, "Good evening. I'm Elijah Abiadin. Hazel informs me you're new here and you might like to visit the facilities." He's dressed in a gray suit and no tie. His skin looks like a dark espresso texture. He has dark chocolate brown eyes with a nicely stubble-boxed beard. Not a bad-looking man, however. I am with Chris, so I cannot think of such thoughts, but it doesn't hurt to just look, can it? "What is your name?" he asks. "Sushiana," I mutter, and Elijah grabs my hand and lightly kisses my skin with his cold lips. "Are you a submissive or a dominant?" he asks suddenly, which surprises me. "I don't know," I whisper. "So you are completely new to BDSM. What brings you here?" he softly asks as he walks us to a sofa and I gently sit down. "Research," I say simply. "You're a journalist, writing about the subject?" I shake my head. "Not really." I rub my legs nervously. "A boyfriend," I say, and I think he's my boyfriend, even though we're not talking right now. "You're interested because your boyfriend brought it up." "Basically." "I see. What would you like to know about the club, or what would you like to see?" "Well, a tour would be nice, I guess." "Do you guys give tours here?" He laughs. "I could give you a tour." "Follow me," he says as he stands to his feet and I follow behind him. "What are you?" "I mean, a submissive or a dominant?" I ask him as we walk through the club. "Dominant." "Oh. That's cool, sir," I say, and he chuckles at how I said it. This guy thinks I am funny for some reason. "It said on the rules that you are supposed to call Dom sir. Technically I'm following the rules, right?" "Which is your boyfriend? What does he preference himself, as a top or a bottom?" "He says he's a switch." "Ah, so he likes both ways," he mutters, and I nod. "Is that why you don't know which you are?" I shrug. "I guess so. I'm still trying to figure things out." "Have you ever done any BDSM?" "A tiny bit," I say honestly. "Is being blindfolded some type of BDSM?" "What did you experience, if you don't mind me asking?" I stay silent. I don't want to reveal my personal intimacy with a person I just met. I want it to be just between me and Chris.